Hello, sports fans. It is Thursday, February the 14th, the year 2013. And as usual, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Before we get into our sports, I want to wish all the couples out there a happy Valentine's Day. I hope you enjoy your day today. We're going to do some NBA today. Before we get to that, let's go through some scores of note from last night. Let's start with the college basketball. Last night at Bloomington, Indiana, #1 Indiana just pasted Nebraska. I mean, this game was never close. Indiana is light years better than Nebraska. I mean, Nebraska's not in the same stratosphere as Indiana, so no surprise here at all. Duke at home with the Cameron Crazies. They beat North Carolina. Duke struggled early in this game. They had a nice second half. Duke really misses Kelly. They have to have Kelly back on the floor. With Kelly in the lineup, they're a Final Four team. Without him, they're very vulnerable. Even last night against a not-so-great North Carolina team. I mean, let's face it, this is not a vintage North Carolina team. Roy Williams has had much better teams than this. Duke kind of stumbled and bumbled through this game. They do get the win, though. They need Kelly back. I think he will get back before the year is over. Miami goes on the road and beats arch-rival Florida State. Miami continues their hot play. They are undefeated in the ACC. I never thought I'd say that. UConn at home beats Syracuse. Nice win by UConn. I hate to see this rivalry go. I remember they're breaking up the conferences now. These two teams might not play in the future. I hope they schedule each other. I really do. I hate to see this rivalry go. Nice win by UConn last night. Charlotte goes into Butler and beats Butler. Nice resume win for Charlotte. They're a bubble team. Nice win last night. Memphis plasters Central Florida. I mean, unless Central Florida wins their tournament, they're going to the NIT. They needed a signature win. They had a chance last night, and they got drubbed in Memphis. Last night, late night, Colorado State at home beats San Diego State. Colorado State in the top 25. They've won 28 in a row at home. Colorado State? I mean, who would ever think Colorado State was a snake pit to go into? I mean, what an amazing performance by Colorado State. Nice job by them. They're going to make the tournament this year. One other note in college basketball, the big man for Kentucky, Noel, did tear his ACL, so he's out the rest of the year. Hopefully he will get back soon. That's not a career-threatening injury like it used to be, years past. Remember, Adrian Peterson had the same injury, came back to win the MVP, so hopefully Noel gets on the court real soon. Remember, he was supposed to be the #1 pick in the draft coming up this year. So we'll see if he comes back to Kentucky, if he still goes to the NBA, where he's picked, if he does come out. That's why I don't like that rule in the NBA. We have to play 1 year of college ball before you can come out and declare for the NBA draft. Something could happen. You could get hurt like this big man here. Now, I think he's going to recover. He's going to be fine, but I don't like the rule the NBA has. Over to the NHL. Pittsburgh at home beat Ottawa. Carlson, the Ottawa defenseman who won Defenseman of the Year last year, hurt his Achilles. He got cut with his skate. He's going to need surgery. That's a devastating blow for Ottawa. We'll see how long he's out. If he misses any extended period of time, that's a big blow for Ottawa. The Blues went into Detroit and got a much-needed win against the Red Wings. The Blues were really struggling. They beat Detroit. Nice win by them. And Calgary beat Dallas last night. I was a little surprised by that. I thought Dallas would handle a bad Calgary team, but Calgary got the job done last night. As far as your NBA, Boston beat the Bulls in a very low-scoring game. Brooklyn beat Denver. Nice job by Brooklyn. I got on them at the beginning of the week. They went into Indiana and win. They come home and beat Denver. Now, Denver had a couple injuries, but so did Brooklyn. Williams didn't play. Nice job by Brooklyn. I want to see more of this. Protect your home court. Beat some of the elite teams. Toronto beat the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. Knicks have lost 3 or 4. Not playing well all of a sudden. Toronto is not as bad as you think, especially adding Rudy Gay. Toronto's not a complete dog. They can play with you. And the Clippers, late night last night, they beat Houston. So the Clippers are playing much ball with Paul and Griffin back in the lineup, obviously. I mean, they're a different team when Paul's not on the floor. So that was some... Oh, one other score. I have to get to this score. New Orleans at home beat Portland 99-63. 99-63. Nice job, Portland. I mean, you're playing a bad New Orleans team and you lose by, what is that, 36 points? I mean, thanks for showing up, Portland. I mean, my goodness, you should give back your game checks. Lose by 36 in New Orleans? Portland's better than that. I mean, I know they're a terrible road team, but they have talent on this team, Portland. I mean, they can't do a better job than that, losing by 36 at New Orleans. Terrible job there by the Blazers. All right, so that's some of your scores from last night. Without further ado, let's get to our NBA. We're going to start in the Eastern Conference. We're going to go 15-1, worst to first. We're going to give you the records, a little synopsis of each team. Let's start with number 15 in the East. Charlotte Bobcats, 12-39, lost 7 out of 8, 9 of 11. They did somehow beat Boston, but we know Charlotte's got a long way to go. They're just a bad team. Number 14, Orlando, 15-36, 1-12 in their last 13 games. Good night, Orlando. I mean, they're headed for just a dismal second half of the season. Number 13, Washington. They're 15-35. They started 4-28, did 10-8 since. Wall is back. They're playing a little better. I mean, with Wall in the lineup, they're playing a little better, but, I mean, they're still a long ways from being a good team. Number 12, Cleveland. They're 16-36. They've lost 6 of 9 at home. I mean, what in the world? You got to protect your home court, even if you're a bad team. Irving is a good player, but they need to surround him with some more weapons. I mean, he's out there basically doing it all by himself. So Cleveland, 16-36. Number 11, Detroit, 20-33. Drummond is out 6 weeks. That's a blow to Detroit. He looks like he has some ability. Detroit reminds me of Toronto. They're not a total dog. They can fight you at home. They're not the worst team in the league. They have a couple guys that can do some stuff, but they're still a long ways away from being a good team. Number 10, Toronto, who I just mentioned. They're 21-32. Rudy Gay's playing well since he got to Toronto. He's averaging 25 points a game. Toronto has a little bit of talent. They can fight you. They beat the Knicks at the Garden last night. Number 9, Philadelphia, 22-29. They lost to the Bucks last night. Andrew Bynum, where are you? Andrew Bynum's got to get on the court. I mean, what is the story here? I mean, he didn't miss any time with the Lakers last year. I know he's had knee problems his whole career. He's missed the whole season so far. I mean, what's the story? Andrew Bynum, where are you? The Sixers need you. If you put a healthy Andrew Bynum on this team, the Sixers can make a run at the playoffs. He's got to get on the court. I mean, hopefully he gets back as soon as the All-Star break is over. I don't know when he's getting back. No one seems to know. All right, so that is your teams that would be out of the Eastern Conference playoffs right now. Now, here's your top 8 as of this moment. We're halfway through the NBA season. All-Star Weekend is coming up this week, as a matter of fact. All right, number 8, Milwaukee. They're 26-25. They give up too many points, Milwaukee. They did have a nice win against the Sixers last night. To me, Ellis or Jennings has to be traded. One or the other. You have to move one. They both shoot a lot. You need more help in the front court. I don't like 2 of these guys that shoot a lot in the backcourt. I would trade one of them. I would trade Ellis personally. I wouldn't give him away. I obviously want a quality player back, someone maybe in the front court you can use. I wouldn't keep both of these guys. Number 7, Boston. They're 28-24. You know, since Rondo's been out, Boston has been playing well. They've won 8 of 9 games since Rondo went out. The only loss they had was to Charlotte, believe it or not. But Boston, listen, Boston has a lot of pride. That city has a lot of pride. Garnett, Pierce, they're going to fight you. Doc Rivers is a good coach. They're going to give you a good effort. They're not going to lay down, even with Rondo out. They're going to fight you. They've won 8 of 9. Number 6, Atlanta. They're 28-22. Despite the Josh Smith trade rumors, which seem to go on every year, Atlanta continues to play decent ball. And Josh Smith is playing really well this year. He's a really good player. It's too bad. I mean, he always seems to have a problem being in Atlanta, and they always seem to want to trade him. He's a really good player, Josh Smith. I wonder if he gets moved at the deadline. We'll see. They always say they're going to trade him. He always ends up staying in Atlanta. We'll see what they do with Josh Smith. Number 5, Brooklyn. They're 31-22. Listen, Brooklyn, I got on the beginning of the week. They have responded. They went into Indiana and beat a good Pacer team. They come home and beat the Nuggets. They did it 2 wins without Williams also. So nice job by Brooklyn. I'd like to see them beat the elite teams. I'd like to see them be more consistent against the elite teams. And Darren Williams, he's so banged up this year. And he's only shooting 30% in the 4th quarter this year. Not good at all. So the Nets, nice week. They still have a lot of work to do, though. Number 4, Chicago. They're 30-22. Considering their best player, Derrick Rose, hasn't played, Chicago's doing a tremendous job. Thibodeau's a great coach. Now, Derrick Rose, we don't know when he's getting back. He says he's still far away from getting back on the court. So is Derrick Rose going to be back this year? I hope he is. You put Derrick Rose on this team, you have a really good team. They can't do anything major without him. We'll see if Rose gets back this year. Number 3, Indiana. They're 31-21. They're allowing only 90 points per game. That's the best defense in all of basketball. Granger coming back soon. Indiana after a slow start. Really nice team. If you haven't seen Indiana, check them out. They have a nice team. They gave Miami all they could handle last year in the playoffs. Number 2, the Knicks. They're 32-18. They've lost 3 or 4. Still, overall, the Knicks have had a very nice season. They have been playing a little lousy lately. They lost to Toronto at home, so they have hit a little slump here. Overall, a nice job by the Knicks. You can't really complain too much about them. They're second in the East. Nice record. Number 1, Miami, 35-14, 5 in a row. They're the best team in the NBA. When they bring their A game, LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Ray Allen, they're the best team in the league. We know that. They play defense. They don't have a lot of size. That's where they're vulnerable, but they're still the best team when they bring their A game. That's your Eastern Conference. Let's go over to the West. 15-1. Number 15, the Phoenix Suns, 17-36. They've lost 23 of 28 road games. Phoenix can't win a game on the road. They're a bad team, not a lot of talent, not much to cheer for in the Valley of the Sun this year. Number 14, New Orleans, they're 19-34. They're 2-23 when they allow 100 points. 2-23 when the other team gets 100 points. Oh, my goodness. Number 13, Sacramento. They are 19-35. They've lost 9 of 10. They're moving to Seattle. They're a lame duck franchise. The fans are still turning out considering they're moving to Seattle. They're actually getting a decent crowd, but still, Sacramento, they're just a lame duck franchise. Until they move to Seattle and get organized there, they're not going to be doing anything. Number 12, Minnesota. They're 19-30. They've lost 15 of 17 games. They've lost 8 straight without Kevin Love. No wins. No Love, no wins. He's got to get back on the court for them to have any chance. Number 11, Dallas. 23-29. They're growing beards until they actually get to 500. They may have beards down to the floor by the time they get to 500. There's 6 games under at this point. Dallas playing lousy this year. Number 10, the Lakers. They're 25-28. Circus. I don't want to go on and on about the Lakers today. They have a big game against the Clippers tonight. I'll give you one stat about the Lakers. Most road losses in the history of the Lakers since 1977 before the All-Star break. Think about that. Number 9, Portland, 25-28. They're up and down. 17-8 at home, 8-20 on the road. They can play at home. They can't do anything on the road. Now, those would be your teams out of the playoffs right now. Here's your top 8. Houston, 29-26. They're 12-3 when Harden scores 30 points or more. Houston's overall doing a decent job. Number 7, Utah. They're 29-24. Big win against Oklahoma City the other night. Nice win by them. Utah's had 12 wins when they're trailing by more than 10 points. Nice stat there. Nice stat by Utah. Number 6, Golden State. They're 30-22. They've lost 5 in a row. They got Bogert back, and they've been struggling since. He doesn't play back-to-back games. Golden State in a free fall. They do have a lot of home games coming up, so let's see how they turn it around at home. Number 5, Denver. They're 33-20, one of the hottest teams in the league. Won 15 of 18, 9 in a row. Then they've dropped 3 in a row, but they have had some injuries. They've had a couple guys out of the lineup. Overall, though, Denver's doing a nice job. And they're a very hard team to play at home in that altitude. Have lost 3 in a row, but they have had some injuries the last few games. When they get their players back, they should get back to their winning ways. They have a nice team, Denver. Number 4, Memphis, 33-18. They traded Gay. They've won 3 in a row. They have a good D. I still think they're going to miss Gay down the road. I understand they had to do it for salary cap reasons and all that kind of stuff. They're going to miss Gay. They're going to miss his scoring. They still have a good team, Memphis. They don't have an elite team, though. Number 3, the Clippers. They're 37-17. Paul and Griffin back. When Paul plays, they're a different team. When he went out of the lineup, they couldn't win a game. Number 2, Oklahoma City. 39-13. They scored 120 points 3 games in a row. Then they lost to Utah. Overall, though, they're a solid team. You ever get a chance to watch Oklahoma State, please do. You'll love watching Kevin Durant. Number 1, San Antonio. Here we go again with them. 41-12. They won 9 out of 10. And they've done it with Duncan and Ginobili and Parker all banged up, and they're still winning games. And when Parker's played this year, he's been lights out, playing great ball this year, Parker. So that's kind of where you are in your NBA right now. We're halfway through. We have the All-Star Weekend this week. I want to get to some movies. Before I do that, let's go to what to watch this weekend because, it's a holiday weekend. I'm going to be off for the next few days. We're not going to have a show till Tuesday. So this is what to watch for the next few days, and then we'll do some movies after that. As far as Thursday, what to watch tonight in the NBA, good doubleheader. Miami at Oklahoma City, Clippers at the Lakers. Really, really nice doubleheader in the NBA tonight. That closes out your first half of the season. We have NBA All-Star Weekend. If you're into that this weekend in Houston, I am not. I mean, I'm not into the celebrity game. The dunk contest has lost its luster. It's not like it used to be back in the day with Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. Now the big stars don't even want to compete in it. LeBron James doesn't want to compete in it for whatever reason. Maybe the pressure's too much for him. Maybe he just wants to party all weekend. Who knows? Three-point contest isn't what it used to be. The game itself isn't what it used to be. I'm not a big all-star lover. I mean, I'll take a peek at it, but I'm not a big all-star game lover. But you have that this weekend. NBA, after tonight, doesn't resume until Tuesday. NHL, as far as some games to watch: Thursday, Islanders, Rangers; Toronto, Carolina; Friday, Boston, Buffalo; Philly, Jersey; Pitt, Winnipeg; Anaheim, Detroit; San Jose, Chicago; Saturday, Ottawa at Toronto; Philly, Montreal; New Jersey, Islanders; Sunday, Pitt, Buffalo; LA, Chicago; Washington, Rangers; St. Louis, Vancouver; and on the holiday Monday, Ottawa, Jersey; Philly, Islanders; Carolina, Montreal; Toronto, and Florida. As far as your college basketball tonight, Gonzaga at St. Mary's, nice West Coast game. Arizona at Colorado. I'm picking an upset here. I'm taking Colorado to upset them. Colorado almost beat Arizona in Tucson this year. They got robbed. It looked like they hit a game-winning shot. They said it came after the buzzer. I thought it was good. They looked at it on replay, said it was no good. I think Colorado upsets Arizona tonight. Wisconsin at Minnesota. St. John's at Louisville. Tomorrow, Friday, Georgetown, Cincinnati. Saturday, you got Purdue at Indiana. Duke, Maryland. You got Baylor, Kansas State. You got Pitt, Marquette. Oklahoma, Oklahoma State. Nice rivalry. The Bedlam series. Texas and Kansas. And Sunday, Ohio State and Wisconsin. As far as Monday, a holiday, you have West Virginia, Kansas State. Not so great. Notre Dame, Pitt. So that's some of the games to keep an eye on over the weekend, the next 4 days. I wanted to touch on some movies real quick. Real fast, I wanted to do some movies that I saw and some that are coming out. I saw Flight with Denzel Washington on DVD. This is about Denzel's a pilot, and the whole plot, I don't want to give the whole plot away, is, you know, is he a hero or a villain? Denzel's good in everything. I would give it out of 4 stars, 0 to 4. I would give it 2.5. I think it was a decent movie. Was it great? No. It was worth watching, though. And Denzel's good in everything. I also watched To Rome with Love. That's a Woody Allen movie with Alec Baldwin and Penelope Cruz. It's 4 unrelated plots. They don't really tie together. 4 unrelated plots. Alec Baldwin, I thought, was pretty funny in the movie. I would give it 2 stars. It needed something else. It needed a little something else. It was okay. I call it mediocre. I'm going to watch Skyfall tonight with, you know, that's the new James Bond. That's out on DVD. As far as some older movies, if you haven't seen them, Saving Private Ryan with Tom Hanks. That's a Steven Spielberg movie, 1998. If you haven't seen that movie, check it out. 3.5 stars for me for that one. That's a must-see movie. If you're looking for a Valentine's Day movie, you might want to check out Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. I mean, you have some sports, you have some romance, so you split the difference there. I know the women like the romance, the guys like the sports. Jerry Maguire with Cuba Gooding Jr., who I think won the Oscar for that, 1996. If you're looking for a Valentine's Day movie, if you haven't seen it. Also, I have to get to some of these movies. The Oscars are a week from Sunday. I mean, I have to get some of these movies that are up for Best Picture, like Amour, and Argo, and Life of Pi, and Lincoln, and Silver Linings Playbook, Zero Dark 30, Les Miserables, Beast of the Southern Wild, The Django Unchained. That's a Tarantino movie. I got to get to some of these movies. And also, I see there's a new Die Hard coming out with Bruce Willis. I checked a few of the reviews. Don't like what I've read so far. A couple of them have given him 1.5 stars. 1.5 for Die Hard? I mean, Bruce, you can't make a good Die Hard? I mean, what's happened to Bruce Willis? When's the last time he was in a good movie? Like 15 years ago? I hated the last Die Hard. What was that, Die Hard 4? Now this is the 5th one. This one looks bad. I liked the first Die Hard. The second one I could live with. I liked the third one with Sam Jackson. You can't make a good Die Hard? I mean, 1.5 stars. Now, I know every critic is different. Maybe it'll be better than that. But I checked a couple reviews, and they all are around the 1.5 range. That's pretty bad. That's terrible. That's less than average. I mean, Bruce, you can't make a decent Die Hard? Come on, Bruce, step up your game. I like Bruce Willis. I mean, my goodness, I was looking forward to seeing that movie. Now I'm all let down by the reviews. It looks like it's going to be terrible. Bruce, come on. I mean, what's the deal with you? I hated that movie I saw you in last week, that Cold Light of Day with Sigourney Weaver and you. I mean, you stole money taking that part. I mean, they shouldn't even put you on the cover. Bruce, you got to up your game. You're better than this. So that's some movies to check out. I mean, Valentine's weekend, if you want to check out some movies, remember the Oscars is a week from Sunday. All right, so you guys, enjoy your Valentine's Day, enjoy your holiday weekend, enjoy all the sports over the weekend. You guys stay safe. Don't spend too much money on Valentine's Day. That's another thing. I mean, you got to spend money Christmas time, then a week later on New Year's, and then like a few weeks later Valentine's Day. I mean, they keep hitting you with major stuff all the time. It seems like people are always buying stuff. That's why I stay single. That's why I'm a bachelor for life. That's why I just stick to my sports. I mean, I don't have any time for this. I mean, my goodness. I mean, how much are roses these days? I mean, what do they charge you for roses on Valentine's Day? And 2 days later, they're dead. So you guys don't spend too much money out there on roses and stuff. I hope they don't rob you out there. Anyway, you got some movies, you got some sports. Enjoy your holiday weekend. I will be back with you Tuesday. We'll wrap up everything that's gone on in the sports world. Then Tuesday, we'll do some college basketball. Wednesday, NHL. Thursday, NBA. We'll get to all of it. You guys have a nice day. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy the games. Talk to you Tuesday. Take care.